intelligence. Artificial intelligence is just a fancy term. Like instead of the humans, computers they can do the work. I repeat once again. Generative AI is made by two different things. Number one is generative. Number two, that is artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is just a fancy term. Like instead of the humans, computers they can do the work. And generative AI is not a rocket science, right? It's been around us for a while. You all are familiar with the Google search engine. You all are familiar with the Siri. So these are the example of generative AI. And generative AI is based on two different topics. Number one, that is language modeling. Number one, that is language modeling. And number two, that is RLHF. I repeat once again, generative AI is not a rocket science. It's been around us for a while, and it's totally depends on the two different things. Number one, that is language modeling, and number two, that is RLHF. Now, what is the language modeling and what is RLHF? I'll just explain you these concepts first. Okay. Now, what is the RLHF and what is like this one? That is language modeling. So what is the language modeling? So whenever you open the Google Chrome browser, first I'll just tell you the article where you can find out the language modeling thing. So whenever you open the Google Chrome browser and whenever you type there, I repeat once again, whenever you open the Google Chrome browser and then you type some queries there. So for example, I want to play cricket, right? I just type a query. So this is my Google Chrome browser and I just type a query. I want to play cricket, and you'll get the multiple suggestion here. I want to play tennis, I want to play a video, I want to play a Minecraft. So I have a context. I repeat once again, I have a context, I have a phrase, and you need to find out what comes next. I have a context, I have a phrase, and you need to find out the what comes next. So the whole continuation process, it's called as a language modeling. So what is a language modeling? Language modeling is a technique used in the natural language processing, that is NLP, that involves predicting the next word in a sentence, sequence of word based on the context and given the previous words. So whatever you are typing, I have a context, I have a phrase, you need to find out what comes next. The whole continuation process is called as a language modeling. And then we have one more concept called as RLHF. Now, what is RLHF? RLHF means what? That is reinforcement learning human feedback. I repeat once again. What is the RLHF? RLHF means what? Reinforcement learning human feedback. What is reinforcement learning human feedback? Means you'll get the responses. You'll get the responses related to the human mind. You'll get the responses related to the human mind. So I repeat once again, generative AI is not a rocket science. It's been around us for a while, and it totally depends on two things. That is like language modeling, and second one that is RLHF, that is reinforcement learning human feedback. Now, you already know about what is a ChatGPT. You already know about what is OpenAI. So recently, in 2023, there is a company called as OpenAI. They released one of the finest product called as ChatGPT. Now, most of the people they really don't know what is GPT. GPT means what? Generative. What is the GPT? Generative pre-trained transformer. Generative pre-trained transformer, right? Generative pre-trained transformer. And in the generative AI, we have a multiple products are there. That we have a Gemini is there. Then we have a ChatGPT is there. Then we have a multiple product. Gemini is there. ChatGPT is there. We have a Mid Journey. Mid Journey is there. So what is generative AI? Generative AI means what? You can create the You can create the things. You can create the things. It could be a audio. It could be a audio. It could be a video. It could be a music or the document things. I repeat once again, it could be audio, it could be music or the document things. So this is all about the generative AI. Generative AI means what? It's created by two things, that is and that is number one. Number two, that is artificial intelligence. It depends on the language modeling, it depends on the RLHF. And then we have a OpenAI, we have a ChatGPT. OpenAI is created by the Sam Altman. It's a startup company. They're having the product called a ChatGPT. What is GPT? GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. Then, so simply, generative AI works on whatever data you feed. Whatever data, generative AI is totally based on whatever data you feed, that is online and the offline. Online and the offline. Based on the data only, you'll get the output. Generative AI means what? Whatever data you feed, based on the online and the offline thing, you'll get the output here, right? Okay. So we have a chat GPT. Whenever you open the chat GPT, you just type a prompt. Based on the prompt only, you'll get the output. So they'll connect the online and the offline data. So it's not a rocket science. Then we have a concept called as agents. Then we have a concept called as agents. Now, what are the agents? This is the advanced one. What are the agents? How you can build the agents? So agents means what? Instead of the humans, computers, they can do the work. Instead of the humans, computers, they can do the, instead of the humans, computers, they can do the work. So these are all about the agents. And there is a big difference between the chatbot and the agents. There is a big difference between the chatbot and the agents. So chatbot means what? Chatbot, it totally depends on the temporary way, right? So for example, I'll just type here, who is the founder of Google? So based on the temporary data, they'll give the output, right? But what are the agents? Agents means what? They can do the task instead of you. They can do the task instead of you. And they can just think like you as the human brain. They just think like as a human brain. They just think like as a human brain. So nowadays, most of the industries, they are on the automation. Most of the IT industries, they are on the automation thing. Now, what is the automation? So basically, most of the industries, they really don't need the employees. So based on the instead of the employees, their agents, they can do the work for you. Their agents, they can do the work for you. And we have a concept called as multi-model agents. We have a concept called as multi-model agents. And in the agents, whatever query you type, based on the agents, they can assign the task for you. So for example, we have a one simple example here. So we have like, the LinkedIn content creation. We have a example called as LinkedIn content creation, content LinkedIn content creation. So I'll just give you the this one also, like the demonstration also. This is like LinkedIn content creation. So what the LinkedIn content creation will do, no need to post everything on the LinkedIn every day. Your agents will do everything for you. Your agents will do everything for you. Then we have a RAG application. We have a second one, that is RAG application. Now, what is a RAG? RAG means retrieval augmented generation. Retrieval augmented generation means it's just like a Google search engine. It's just like a Google search engine. Or for example, whenever you have an offline, it's what you can say, the PDF file is there. Once you upload the PDF file into the application, and whatever prompt you type, based on the prompt, you'll get the output there. Or simply, it's just like a RAG means what? It's just like a Google search engine. It's just like a Google search thing. RAG means what? It's just like a Google search thing. This one. So we need to build the agents called as LinkedIn content creations. We need to build the RAG agents. And third one, we have a concept called as retrieval augmented generation. I repeat once again, generative AI is just a simple concept. It's not a rocket science. Then we have our advanced concepts called as agents. And if you want to build the agents, we are using the non-coding platform called as n8n. If you want to build the agents, we are using the platform called as n8n. Right, this platform. Now, what is the n8n? n8n is just like non-coding platform. And with the help of this platform, this is like they are giving you the 14 days free trial. They are just providing the 14 days free trial. And with the help of this one, you can build the multi-model agents. You can build your own agents there, right? And with the help of this website, you can find out the 8,000 plus templates here. You can find out the 8,000 plus agents and the 8,000 plus templates. You can find it out on this website. So this is like an n8n platform. Okay, this is a n8n platform. So whenever I just type a query here, that is RAG, and enter. So once you type the RAG agent, you'll get the whole templates here, or you'll get the multiple templates with the help of this platform. This is like the n8n. Also, you need to work with this platform. This is like Hugging Face. I repeat once again, if you want to build the agents, you can try to use the platform called as n8n. And we have some alternative platform also for the n8n. You can go for the Zapier. Okay, this is alternative. We have another platform called as the Make. We have another platform called as a Make. If you want to build the agents, you can go for the platform called as the n8n, and the second one platform called as Zapier, right? So these are the platforms you need to explore. We have one more, that is Make. Now, what is a Hugging Face? So I'll just try to explore the Hugging Face. So what is the Hugging Face? Hugging Face is just a community. It's just a company. Hugging Face is just a community. It's just a company. So if you want to build the text to text, text to speech, or text to video application, I repeat once again, Hugging Face is just a company, or it's just a community. If you want to build text to text, text to speech, or text to video application, you can easily build with the help of this platform. And with the help of this platform, you can easily find out the source code. And you can modify the source code. Even you can find out the multiple AI application here. So I'll just go for the model section. Here we have a text generation. So once you go for the text generation, you just type a query that is text to text. So I'll just type here text to speech, text to speech. And with the help of this platform, you can build the extraordinary AI application. And even you can copy the code also. So I'll just go for the Cockroach TTS and Cockroach TTS. So whatever the application is there, based on the applications, you need to put something and you'll get the output here. And you just go for the file section and you'll get the documents also here. So I repeat once again, what is Hugging Face? Hugging Face is just a community, just a company. Most of the AI developers, they just integrate the LLM models there, right? Most of the AI developers, they just integrate the LLM model. So if you want to build the text to text application or the text to video application, I'll just note it down. I'll just write it down here. So for the generative AI, you can use the concept, you can use the tool called as Hugging Face. Hugging Face. For the generative AI, you can use the tool called as Hugging Face. Okay, this one. You can use it the Hugging Face. Then we have another one. You can use the tool called as Cohere. So why we are using the Cohere? Whenever you're building the application, you need to have the API key. Whenever you're building any basic applications, you need to have the API key. So you need to go for this website and you need to take the API key here. So this is like Cohere. Okay, because OpenAI API key is like not free of cost. So most of the time people are using the Cohere API key, right? So I'll just try to use this one and I'll just try to use the another API, that is OpenAI API. OpenAI API. Okay, OpenAI API. This is for the generative AI, right? This is for generative AI. Now, if you want to build the agents, for the agents, what you can do? For the agents, this one, for the agents, we can use the platform called as N at N. We can use the platform called as Zapier. We can use the platform called as N at N. We can use the platform called as Zapier. And third one we have, that is Make. These are the three platforms we can use it for the, if you want to build the agents, right? I already explained the concepts about the generative AI, already explained the concepts about the agents, right? Now we have a third concept called as MCP. We have a third concept called as MCP. Now what is the MCP? MCP means what? Model context protocol, right? What is MCP? MCP means what? Model context protocol. Model context protocol. Just a minute. Model context protocol, right? What is MCP? MCP means what? Model context protocol. Now model means what? Model means you can use it the GPT also here. You can use it the ChatGPT, you can use it the OpenAI, or you can use it the simple one, that is any LLM models. Any LLM models. I repeat once again, what is a model? Models, you can use it the ChatGPT, OpenAI, and the LLM models. Any other model. Now, what is a context? Context means what? For example, if I am using the applications or if I am using the ChatGPT, if I type there, who am I? If I type there, who am I? So based on this one, I will not get the output there, right? So what is the context? Context means what? Context means you need to add the extra information. You need to add the extra info. So if I type there, I am Ajinkya. So if I type there, I am Ajinkya. So based on that, you'll get the output here. That is who am I? So they're just telling you Ajinkya. So context means what? Context means the extra information. I mean the extra data you feed into the model. I repeat once again. What is the MCP? MCP means what? Model context protocol. Model means what? You can use the ChatGPT, OpenAI, and the LLM models. Context means what? Add the extra information. That is the extra information, or you can say that is the data, the extra data you need to feed it there. And what is the protocol? Protocol, it's just simple as whenever you send the request to the Google Chrome browser, you are having the HTTP thing. Okay, or I'll just tell you one simple step. Okay, protocol is just simple one, that is HTTP thing. Okay, HTTP request and other stuff. So understand what is MCP, model context protocol. And if you want to understand the whole concept of the MCP, you can go for this website. This is like MCP, model context protocol. Now, what is the difference between ChatGPT, or what is the difference between generative AI? What is the difference between agents, and what is the difference between MCP? Now you can check here. MCP is an open source. MCP, that is Model Context Protocol, is an open source standard for connecting AI application to the external system. Using MCP, AI application like Cloud or the ChatGPT can connect to data sources, that is local files, databases. Think of MCP like the USB-C port. Nowadays, we have a C-type cable, right? We have a charger. So with the help of MCP, you need to create the MCP servers. with the help of MCP, you need to create the MCP server. So think of it, MCP is like a USB-C port for the AI application. And just as USB-C provides a standardized way to connect electronic devices, so nowadays we are using the C-type charger, right? Our mobile phone, our electronic devices, our gadgets, our hand watches or digital watches, they are using the C-type cable. So likewise, with the help of MCP, we have a USB-C, and with the help of MCP, you need to create the MCP server, right? And what can the MCP enable? Agents can access your Google Calendar and the Notion, acting as a more personalized AI assistant. Cloud Code can generate an entire web app using a Figma design. Enterprise chatbots can connect to the multiple databases across an organization, empowering the users to simple way. I'll just tell you in the simple summary. So, for example, okay, let's see. We have a ChatGPT here, right? In the ChatGPT, you can write a simple prompt. What prompt? In the ChatGPT, you just write a simple prompt. Please book the flight tickets. Book the flight tickets for me from Mumbai or Chennai to London. Okay, what I'm telling you, I'm just telling in the simple way. What is the big difference between the ChatGPT and the other ways, right? So in the ChatGPT, you just type a prompt. Which prompt? That is, please book the flight tickets for me from Mumbai to London. Mumbai to London, and once you type this one, they are just giving the normal output. They are not just booking the flight ticket. They are not booking the flight tickets for you, right? Even in the agents also, if you type there or if you assign any agents to do the task, like please book the flight tickets for me, they are not doing it for you. I repeat once again, what is the big difference between ChatGPT agents and this one, na, MCP? In the MCP, what the MCP will do, na, they can book the flight tickets for you. MCP, they can book the flight tickets for you very easily. MCP, they can book the schedule and flight tickets for you. And with the help of MCP, you can do anything. So for example, whenever you go to the ChatGPT, you just type a query. I already write the assignments. Please try to send the assignments to my teachers. They can't do it. Or you just type a query. Please try to send the message to my friend in the WhatsApp. They can't do it for you. But with the help of MCP, they can do advanced steps. With the help of MCP, you can book the flight tickets. Anybody can send the messages to anyone. Anybody can send the emails to anyone. Anybody can schedule the register or anything. So this is the basic differences between the agents. This is the basic difference between the generative AI and the MCP. So MCP is like advanced concept. MCP is just like a advanced concept. Right. Now, I'll just try to explore the basic one, like how to create the basic applications in the agents, how to build the basic N8N agents. So we need to build the first one. So this is task number one. I'll just give you the task. So task number one, we need to build agents called as RAG. Now, what is RAG? RAG means retrieval augmented generation. Retrieval augmented generation, right? Retrieval augmented generation. Now, what is a retrieval augmented generation? Retrieval means what? You need to collect the information. You need to retrieve the informations. Augmented means what? Whatever data you have, based on the data, you need to predict the things. So this is all about the retrieval augmented generation. I repeat once again, we need to build the first agent here. That is retrieval augmented generation. Retrieval means you need to retrieve the data. Based on the data, whatever data you have, you need to you need to predict the things, right? Now, if you want to build the retrieval augmented generation applications, what things you require? So the first one, we need to download the N8N. You'll get the 14 days free trial there. 14 days free trial. You can go for the N8N website. Second one, you need to work with the Google Cloud. This is a very required thing. Google Cloud account. You need to work with the Google Cloud account. Third one, you need to work with the Google Drive, because we need to upload and download the file for the Google Drive. Number four, you need to work with the Pinecone. You need to work with the Pinecone vector store. Pinecone vector store. Pinecone vector store. Also, we need to work with the multiple things like ChatGPT models. We need to work with the chat models. That is, OpenAI is there, embedding AI is there. So these are the basic things you require. Number one, if you want to build a retrieval augmented generation, what things require? We need to have the 14 days free trial here. That is N8N free trial. We need to work with the Google Cloud. Then third one, we have a Pinecone. Then we have a Vector Store. Then we have a chat model. Any chat models, you can try to check it out. Right. Now I'll just show you the demonstration, how you can build the simple agent. Okay. So you need to visit the website here. Which website? That is N8N. So this is the N8N platform, right? Once you visit the N8N platform, what you need to do is, so this is a basic one, right? And once you visit this platform, you'll get this output. Okay. Once you visit this platform, you'll get this output. And now with the help of this one, and with the help of this one, you can build the agents, right? Now how you can build the agents? So in the left hand side, click on the plus sign, go for the workflow, personal. I repeat once again how you can build a simple workflow. So here you'll get the 14 days free trial. This is the editor option, or this is the execution option. Whatever steps you are performing, you'll get the that will be executed in the execution thing. And at the end of the day, you can do the evaluation here. Test your AI agent, right? This is the editor, this is the execution, and this is like evaluation. Now I want to build the simple agents. So I'll just give you the documentation also where you can follow the things and everything. So you just try to create, just try to go and just try to check it out this one. Rack pipeline agent, rack pipeline chatbot, N8N medium. This article you need to access it. I repeat once again, just try to access this documentation. Rack pipeline chatbot, N8N medium. Okay, rack pipeline chatbot, N8N medium. And once you access this documentation, you'll get each and every single step here. Okay, so I'll explain you one by one, and we can do this task one by one. Simple things we need to perform it. Okay, so the first one, we need to download the N8N. The first thing we already completed. Now we need to build the workflow. We need to build a workflow. And here you can check what is the RAG and why should you care. So RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, and it's essentially like giving your AI assistant a superpower. Think of it this way: when you don't know something, you Google it, find the answers, and then respond. That's exactly what the RAG does for the AI models. Like instead of relying solely on the AI training data. So retry means relevant information from your custom document, augments the AI knowledge with the specific information, generates the accurate responses based on your actual data. I'm not explaining each and every single step name. Why we are using the vector database? We are using the vector database for the classification purpose. You need to understand the concept of RLHF. You need to understand the concept of language modeling. You need to understand the concept of the vector database, right? Why we are using the vector database? We are using the vector database for the classification purpose, right? So here you can understand what is the cluster things and all, vector database. And these are the prerequisites we need to build the RAG application. So the first one, that is N8N. Second one, we need to work with the Google Cloud for the integration purpose. Third one, you can try to work with the Pinecone for the vector classification purpose. Then we are using the model called as OpenAI. And the last one, we have Open Router, access to the multiple AI models, right? So these are the prerequisites. These are the things we require. Okay. Now, we need to build the application. So plus sign, trigger manually. When you are building the application, you need to click on the plus sign, trigger manually, and then get back to the canvas. I repeat once again, whenever you're building the applications, I'll just show you how you can create the basic workflow. First, I'll just show you how you can create the basic workflow. Okay, so first task, I'll just give it to you now. Create a basic workflow, in N8N. Okay, create a basic workflow in N8N. So how you can create the basic workflow? So the first thing first, click on the plus sign. Whenever you're building the applications, you need to click on the trigger manually. Okay, and now I'll just click here, that is AI. Then you can go for the AI agent, and here you'll get the 100 points. Here you'll get the 100 credit points. Okay, and I'll just get back to the canvas. I repeat once again. So this is like the trigger manually. This is like AI. This is like AI agent. Okay. Now you need to add the chat models. Which chat models we are just going to add? I'm just adding here, that is OpenAI chat model. And here you'll get the 100 credit points. Okay. I repeat once again, what you need to do is, first thing, you can go and try to open it this workflow. In the workflow, what you need to do is, this is the first one. Then you need to add the trigger manually. Then this is like, I repeat the steps once again, most of the people, they confused. So what you need to do is, so first thing, trigger manually. Okay. Clicked on the plus sign. Go for the AI, go for the AI agent. Here you'll get the 100 credit points. Most of the people, they are having the options called as claim. You can claim the points, you'll get the 100 credit points. And once you get this workflow, you can go for the chat model, this one. You can go for the chat model thing. Just click on the chat model and just type a query, that is OpenAI chat model, and just get back to the canvas, this one. That's right. I hope you all understood what I'm doing, right? And now, once you create this thing in the left hand side, once you create the stuff here, what you need to do is, I'll just try to open the chat section here. Okay, just a minute. I'll just create the new workflow. So maybe I'll just try to just show you here. Okay. So click trigger manually, second plus sign, that is AI, then go for the AI agent, get back to the canvas. Here you need to select the OpenAI chat model, just get back here, and you need to run this workflow. So how to run this workflow? You can click on the execute option also, and we are getting the node AI agent. We are getting the problem with this one, right? So we are not getting the, like, the 100 credit points. So in your case, you'll get the 100 credit points, and you'll get the output here. In your case, you'll get the 100 credit points, and you can run the things there. So the first one, if you want to build any basic workflow, what you need to do is, you can go for the N8N website. You just type here N8N tutorial, N8N tutorial, okay, N8N tutorial, and here you can access the first one. So this is the trigger. Okay, also I'll just try to add here the trigger only. So we have a trigger option only, this one, and you just try to execute this one. That is AI agent. We are getting the problems with the agents. So this is the trigger manually. This is the AI agent. This is the open chat model. You need to add the memory, and whenever you open this one, whenever you run this one, you just type a query. Please give me the story about the ice cream. Or in the chat section, you just type a query, that is done. And here you'll get the output. So this documentation part you need to follow if you want to build the basic workflow in the N8N. If you want to build the basic workflow in the N8N, you just try to check the article here. So you just type a query in the N8N, that is N8N tutorial, N8N. So I'll just show you here. You just type here N8N tutorial. Okay, here you can create the basic workflow. Here you can create the basic workflow. Now we are building, like, RAG application, right? Now what is RAG? That is retrieval augmented generation. Now I'll just show you like how you can create the workflow in the N8N. So the first thing what you need to do is, this is your workflow. Just try to create the new workflow here. Personal, and just clicked on the Google Drive. I'll just type a query here, that is Google Drive. First one, on changes involving a specific folder, and just get back to the canvas. So what we need to do is, first thing, we need to add the Google Drive. Why we are using the Google Drive? Because we need to upload some sort of folders there. Why we are using the Google Drive? Because we need to upload some sort of folders there. So just click here, and you just type a query, that is file created. File created, enter, and just get back to the canvas. So this is a Google Drive for the file created. So I'll just type here Google Drive only, so you don't be confused, and then get back here. Second one, type here Google Drive, and you just go for the download a file. Get back. I repeat once again, I'll repeat the steps. If you want to build the RAG applications or the RAG applications, if you want to build, what you need to do is, first one, that is Google Drive. First one, that is Google Drive. Then you on changes involving a specific folder. Second one, that is Google Drive again. You need to go for the Google Drive again, this one, and just download a file. Okay, again get back. Now you need to add the one more thing, that is Pinecone. So I'll just go here and I'll just try to add the Pinecone. So go for this website and just type a query, that is Pinecone vector store. Okay, why we are using the Pinecone? Because we need to do the classification stuff. Why we are using the Pinecone? Because we need to do the classification stuff. So I'll just try to add the option number 2. I just add the option number 2 here. Which one? So the first one, that is first one, that is created a file, then download a file, and third one, that is Pinecone. Okay, then we have a option here, that is embedding and the document. We have an option here, that is embedding and the document. So what I'll do in the embedding, so just click here and select the OpenAI embeddings. OpenAI embeddings. Okay, and just try to get back here. What I did, I'll just tell you once again. First thing, you need to try to check the documentation here. Here you can check the Medium article, and you need to create the first workflow, that is create a file, download a file. Pinecone is there, then we need to select here, that is OpenAI. In the download, in the document section, you need to select the document default data loader and just get back to the canvas. Okay, I repeat once again, if you want to build the basic agents or the RAG applications, if you want to build, what you need to do is you need to create the N8N workflow. In the N8N workflow, what you need to do, first one, you need to add the steps, that is Google Drive. I'll just show you the steps also. If you want, you can note it down. So first one, that is Google Drive for the file created. Google Drive, wait a minute. First one, that is Google Drive for the file created. First one, that is Google Drive for the file created. Okay, file created. Second one, we are adding the second thing, that is Google Drive for the download a file, for the download a file, right? Google Drive download a file. Third one we are using, that is Pinecone vector store. Pinecone vector store. Why we are using the Pinecone? For the classification purpose, for the classification purpose. Okay, Google Drive file created, Google Drive download a file, Pinecone vector store, that is classification. And the fourth one we have, what you need to add in the embeddings. In the embeddings, you can add the OpenAI embeddings. Then we have one more option there, that is documents. We have an option called as documents. In the documents, you can select the default data loader. First one is Google Drive, second one is Google Drive download a file, third one is Pinecone vector store, fourth one, that is embedding. Here I'm showing you the embeddings, this one. In the embeddings, you need to select the embedding OpenAI. In the documents, you need to select the default data loader. Then you need to select the one more thing, is recursive text splitter, recursive model text splitter, and where you can get this option. So first of all, you need to check all the settings here. So we have a Pinecone, we need to create the Pinecone account, we need to create the Google Drive account. So I'll just get back to the embedding OpenAI. So what you need to do in the embedding OpenAI, in the embedding OpenAI, you have an option called as add option, this one. So clicked on the add option and clicked on the dimension, because we need to have the proper dimensions here. Clicked on the add options dimension, and you can make the size, that is 1024, this one, and get back to the canvas. Again, in the default data loader, you need to make some changes. Clicked on the default data loader, change the binary type of data, you can make it the binary size. Then text splitting, that is we are just converting the document. So we are just convert the documents into the chunks. So that's why we are using the custom thing, like connect the custom text splitting subnode, and then get back to the documents. Okay, first one is Google Drive. You need to make some changes here. You need to add the dimension size, that is 1024. Go for the default data loader. In the default data loader, you need to change the type of data, that is you can make it the binary. Here you can select the text splitting, you can make it the custom, and then get back to the canvas. Okay, and now go for the text splitter. In the text splitter, you need to select the recursive character text splitter. In the text splitter, you need to select the recursive character text splitter and get back to the canvas. This is a workflow, this is a basic, this is a workflow, this is a RAG workflow you need to build. Okay, I just mentioned the steps here, what changes you need to build. First one is file created, second one is download a file, third one is Pinecone vector store. In the embedding, you need to make some changes. You can make the dimension size, that is 1024 up. This one's you need to you need to change this one, dimension size, you can make it the dimension up. Okay, then in the default data loader, you'll get the one more option, that is text splitter. In the text splitter, you can add there which one, that is recursive character text splitter. Okay, you need to select this one. So this is the first step you need to follow. This is step number 1 now. It's done. I hope you all understood. I mean, it's a bit difficult to understand, but at the end of the day, I'll just share all the documentations part. Okay, so once you create this workflow, what you need to do is you need to go for the Google Cloud account. You need to go for the Google Cloud account. I'll just tell you what kind of changes you need to do in the Google Cloud. And most of the people, Google Cloud is a free of cost. Google Cloud is a free of cost account. If you want, you just try to create this one, or else, just do one thing. If those of most of the people they are getting the create to account, they are getting the error with to create the account. So you need to create the account first. The next thing, the step number 2, you need to create your account at the Google Cloud. Step number 2, you need to create your account at the Google Cloud. This one. Okay. So go for the Google Cloud account and go for the console. Okay. And also you need to check the accounts, which accounts you are using. Also you need to check the accounts, what kind of account you are using. So I'll just try to shift the accounts here now. Okay. Or I'll just tell you what kind of changes you need to make. And okay, I'll just try to just check the settings here. I'll just turn on the two-factor authentication. But it's again like, so what I'll do, I'll just go for the previous account. I already had like accounts on this one. So this is like Google Cloud account. On what kind of changes you need to do in the in the Google Cloud. So first thing, clicked on the menu option. In the menu option, you need to try to enable the API services. Clicked on the menu option, just try to enable the API services. This one. In the API services, you need to enable the first API, which is Google Drive, because we are using the Google Drive account. So just try to enable the Google Drive API here. I repeat once again, once you create your account on the Google Cloud, what you need to do is you need to go for the menu option. In the menu option, you need to try to enable the API services. So I already enabled, so that's what I'm just getting the option here, that is manage option, right? Again, get back here. And now once you clicked on this one, now you'll get the option called as credential or authentication credentials here. So I'll just click on the authentication consent screen. So you just try to click on the authentication consent screen. And in the authentications consent screen, I already created the credentials. Which credential? That is the client thing. So I'll just click on the client. I already created the demo thing here previously. So you need to go for the client. You need to make some changes there. And here you'll get the client ID and the client secret key. Here you'll get the client ID and the client secret key. So you need to copy this client ID and the client secret key. And once you copy the client ID and the client secret key, just double click here, select the credential, create a new credential, and you need to paste the client ID, you need to paste the client secret key. And once you place the client ID, client secret key, you need to connect your account here. You need to connect your account. Okay, I repeat once again. Once you make some changes in the Google Cloud, what you need to do is you can go for the audience section. In the audience sections, you need to add your email address in the add user section, otherwise you'll get the error. Then second, we have a client section. In the client section, you need to make some changes here. So I'll just show you what kind of changes you need to do. So create a client, try to select the application, that is web application. Here you need to add the URL. So what URL you need to add? So just get back here and you need to try to select this URL. Create a new credential, just try to select this URL, copy, and you need to paste it here. Control V and create a new client. And once you create the new client, you'll get the client ID. So I'll just copy the client ID here, just paste it here. Also, you need to copy the client secret key, copy, and just paste the client secret key here. Okay. First one, what you need to do is go for the Google Cloud account. You need to make some changes. You need to add these credentials there. And then we have the sign in with the Google Cloud account. So the same account you need to use in the NIN that you are using the Google Cloud. So I'll just try to enable the Google My First account. So we are getting the access blocked, right? Why? Because I already created the account with the another account. I already created the accounts in the another thing. Okay. So that's why always remember one thing, the Google Cloud account, the NIN account, you need to use the same one, the same email address you need to use. Then only you'll get the output. Otherwise, you'll get the error. So the first thing done. Now the second thing, you need to go and try to check the school community here. School community. You need to try to go and just try to check it out the school community. Okay. And in the school community, you need to go and try to check the AIS Automation Society. Okay, I repeat once again what you need to do. Go and try to check the school community. In the school community, you have a AIS Automation Society. In the AIS Automation Society, you need to join this group if you want. Here you'll get all the stuff related to the agents, like how you can build the agents, how you can retry the things and everything. And just go and try to just type a query here, that is build and sell, that is build and seller, and then enter. I repeat once again, go and try to check the school community. In the school community, once you created this one, just try to type a query, build and sell the N8N agent. Just scroll a little bit here. Go for the second section. And here you'll get the option called as build and sell the N8N AI agents. You'll get the options called as build and sell the N8N AI agent. So click here. And you need to download both the files here. You need to download the both the files. So I'll just try to download the N8N thing. I repeat once again. Okay, I'll just write the steps here. Second steps, you need to go for the Google Cloud account. You need to make some changes. Create the Google Cloud account. In the Google Cloud account, you need to make some changes here. And once you created the things, you need to add the credentials. Add the credentials. So second steps, you need to do this one. That is Google Cloud one. Okay, you need to set up the Google Cloud thing. Set up Google Cloud account. Okay, this one you need to complete it. Step number 3. Step number 03. You need to visit school community. Visit the school community. And in the school community, what you need to do is you need to join the AIS Automation Society. Join AIS Automation Society. Okay, this one. AIS Automation Society you need to join. I hope screen is visible, right? You need to join the AIS Automation Society. In the community section, you just type here build and sell N8N AI agent. Build and sell N8N and then enter. And once you enter it here, just try to access the second one now. And here you'll get the video and you need to download the files there. Which file? That is policy and the FAQ document. So once you get the policy and the FAQ document, just go for the download section and just download it. Once you downloaded this one, you need to go for the Google Drive, your own Google Drive. Okay. And in the Google Drive, what you need to do is, wait a minute. In the Google Drive, what you need to do is, in the Google Drive, you need to create the folder called as FAQ. I repeat once again. Step number 3. Step number 3. That is 04. You need to go for the Google Drive account. I mean your own account. In the Google Drive account, you need to create the folder called as create a folder called as FAQ. Create a folder called as FAQ. In the FAQ folder, you need to place this file. Which file? That is policy and the FAQ document. You need to copy and paste the policy and the FAQ document. You need to paste the policy and the FAQ document there. Okay. Step number 1, you need to set up a Google Cloud account. Step number 2, go for the school community. Join the AIS Automation Society. You need to download the policy and the FAQ document. Then you need to go for the Google Drive and create a folder FAQ and paste the FAQ document there, right? So this is a workflow. You need to, go for this one. Again, you already created the accounts. And if you want to select the file is created or not, you just type the select. We already not created anything. So whenever you created the folder in the Google Drive, you just type a query FAQ. So you can access all the folders here in the output section. Okay. The first one done, second one done. Now we need to go for the third thing, that is Pinecone Vector Store. So we have a website called as Pinecone Vector Store, Pinecone Vector Database. And in the Pinecone Vector Database, you need to try to create your account here. In the Pinecone Vector Database, you need to try to create your account. And once you create the account here, again, you need to make some changes. So I'll just try to log in here and I'll just show you what kind of changes you need to do. So just try to make some changes here. So once you create the agents and everything, you can select what are you building for, that is RAG agent, what kind of data you have, that is raw files, how will you find out the solution, that is AI one, which AI coding assistant you are using. So you are using the Cursor AI Cloud or GitHub and anything, you can select here and get started. And it'll get this interface. So what I'm telling you now, it's pretty simple. It's not so difficult. You can just try to add the credentials there. Now, now you have options here, that is get started. Then we have a database. So go for the database. Go for the database section. Click on create index. In the index, go for the default thing and just type a demo, that is the project name, that is demo. So I'll just type the demo. Then you need to select the configuration model, which model, that is embedding 3 small. Why we are using embedding 3 small? Because we need to convert the documents into the chunks. That is 4 chunks. So that's why we are using the text embedding 3 small. Just scroll it and create an index here. Okay, so this is a Pinecone. What you need to do is you need to go for the create index option. Just try to make some changes there. Create the index, then select the model that is embedding 3 small and create your index here. Now go for the API key option. In the API key plus API key option here is there. Click on the API key and I'll just type a query here, that is anything, and then create an index. Once you create the index, once you create the API key, just copy this API key and you need to paste it here. Where? So this is the API, this is the option we have. Select the credential, create a new credential and paste your API key and just save here this one. So now your credential, I'm talking about the Pinecone thing. Again, you need to go for the embedding OpenAI. Just try to check it out the settings. Again, you need to go for the this one. Just try to check it out the settings. You need to run this workflow pipeline, building a RAG pipeline with a N10. Okay, and you can create the basic agents there. You can create the proper agents. Okay, so just try to go for it and just try to create this one. Building the AI agents with the help of RAG pipeline and the AI chatbots with the help of N10. Okay, and if you want to find out the 8,000 plus templates, you guys just go for this one, that is N10 templates, and you just try to explore the 8,000 plus templates here. Okay. Now one more thing, if you want to take the API keys, the free API keys, you'll get it here. That is Cohere, and we have another platform called as like OpenAI API. We have another platform called as OpenAI API key. OpenAI API, this one. Okay, here you'll get the multiple things. Now, if you want to learn the generative AI from the basic to the advanced level, I must suggest you can go and try to check this one. That is LabLab AI. This is a platform here you can access all the AI tutorials. That is empowering the AI innovation. I repeat once again, if you want to access all the AI related things, you just try to go for the LabLab AI, go for the AI tutorials, and here you can access all the things about the agents, about the generative AI, about the super AI, about the agentic AI, how to build the text to text, text to speech, or the text to how to build the MCP servers and all. So just try to go for it, this platform. Okay. So I must suggest you just try to explore this platform here. That is like LabLab AI. Okay. And if you wanna build your own MCPs, so I'll just tell you what kind of platforms you need to follow. So just go for the LabLab AI. This is a tutorial platform. If you want, you can try to explore it. Right. Also, you need to understand the concepts of fine tuning. You need to understand the concepts of fine tuning and the reverse fine tuning. So I must suggest you just try to check it out the concepts of fine tuning and also the concepts of reverse fine tuning. And if you want to understand the whole process, I must suggest you please try to check the Turing lecture series. I must suggest you just try to check it out the Turing lecture series. If you want to learn what is generative AI, the risk of generative AI. So this is the first platform you need to check. The Turing lecture series. Okay. The can we live with the AI? Can we trust the AI? Or can democracy handle the AI? The future of generative AI and the other stuff. So I must suggest you just try to check it out the Turing lecture series. The Turing lecture series. The Turing lecture series. This one. Okay. And if you want to build the extraordinary agents, you just try to check out the documentation parts and just try to explore it. Fine. Now, this is all about the agents. This is all about the generative AI. This is the things. Now, I'll just try to explain about the MCP. Now, what is MCP? MCP means that is model context protocol, right? So if you want to build your own MCP, you need to work with the cursor AI, because nowadays most of the people, they are using the VS Code. VS Code is not required. You can use the cursor AI. So with the help of cursor AI, you can build your own MCPs. Okay. So this is a cursor AI, and you need to download it for the Windows. You need to download it for the Mac. It depends on your things. So I'll just try to go for it. If I have or not, I need to check it out. So this is a cursor AI. In the cursor AI, you need to download. If you want to build the MCP, you need to download the cursor AI. So I'll just go for the download thing. Or wait, I'll just show you something with the help of like how you can build the the AI voice agents, and then we can go for this one, AI voice agents. Okay, so we already created the RAG agents. Now I'll just show you how you can create the AI voice agent. AI state, okay, AI voice agent. How you can build the AI voice agent with 11 lab. AI voice agents with 11 lab. Okay, this platform. So what you need to do is you need to go for this platform. This is like 11 lab. If you want to build like voice agents, and in the 11 lab, you need to just try to sign in. You just try to log in with your credentials. So just go for the sign in with the Google, and just try to create your account. Or maybe I already have like this one Google like 11 lab account is there. Okay, so we have an 11 lab account, or I'll just try to log in with another account only, because then only I'll just try to show you like how you can create the things with the 11 lab, like how you can build the AI voice agent. Okay, I'll just try to create the accounts here. Just try to go for the continue thing. And once you continue, once you clicked on these things, so this is like 11 lab, or you'll get the two options, choose your style. It's based on your option. You can select anything, continue. So you just type your name, what's your things and all, everything you need to add it here. Okay, then select your language, select next. Also, you have what do you have here about the 11 labs from work. Then you can select you have an option called choose your plan. So I'll just go for the agent platforms, continue. And once you clicked on the agents platform, you'll get this one. So I'll get the two option here, welcome to the 11 labs agents. What type of agents you want to like? So I'll just go for the blank agents. I'll just type a query that is n8n application, or any application, any agent name you can do, and just create agents. So once you create the agents, your agent is already created, and you can check it out the agent here. Okay, so this platform, you'll get it here. If you want to build the AI voice agents, what you need to do is you need to go for the 11 lab website. What kind of prerequisites you need? You need to go for the 11 lab. And in the 11 lab, you need to type something called as like personal assistant for. So I'll just go for the system prompt. In the system prompt, you just type a query, generate assistant, personal assistant for. I'll just type a query, I'll just type a query that is personal assistant for personal assistant. Wait a minute. Personal assistant for. You need to go for the path parameter, why we are using this agent. So what we need to do with the 11 lab, now you need to send something to the some people. So for example, you need to take the appointment for some person. So our agents, our voice agents, they can take the appointment from the person. So whatever things you are doing it here. So for example, I am having this one. Okay, I'll just show you something. So I am having the preview option. So I'll just go for the call an AI agents, and I'll just type something here. So whenever you type something, how can I help you today? So we'll just type here, hey, can you hear me? So can you, we already set up something in the like n8n. Can you please execute the things and please try to send the messages to the John Hooper? So likewise, we need to build the things. Okay. So I'll just try to end this call. Okay, so you just try to end this call. So you need to add the multiples. You need to make the some sense. You need to change some settings. You need to add the multiple. You need to create the workflows here. You need to interact with the workflows. So likewise, you need to build a voice agents with the help of 11 Lab. Also, you just try to explore the things with the help of WAPI. There is a platform called as WAPI. You can try to work with the WAPI also. This is a platform here you can create and build the AI voice agents. Okay, so I must suggest to just try to work with the 11 Lab. Just try to work with the 11 Lab and just try to work with the WAPI. There is an extension called as WAPI. There is a big extension called as WAPI. So with the help of this one, you can explore it. So I'll just review the things once again. I'll just take the overview. What you need to do is, so and for the research purpose, I must suggest you please try to check this research article called as "Attention is All You Need," which ended to the generative AI. So recently, the five developers from the Google released one research article. Recently, the five developers from the Google they released one research article called as "Attention is All You Need," which ended to the generative AI. So here you can understand what are the parameters, how you can predict the things and all. This research article is a bit difficult to understand. This research article it's a bit difficult to understand. So if you want to understand in a simpler way, you can go for the Cloud and you just try to explore it. Okay, or the Anthropic Cloud you can go and try to explore the things here. Okay, so this is the this article you need to check which one that is attention is all you need. Attention is all you need. Just try to explore the documentation of the white article called as attention is all you need. Attention, attention is all you need. Attention is all you. Attention is all you need. Okay. So this is the platform you need to check and just try to explore it. So I'll just take the overview once again so you can easily understand. So what is generative AI? Generative AI is not a rocket science. It's been around us for a while. With the help of generative AI, you can create the things. So it could be audio, video, text file, or anything. Also, you need to check the articles called as "Attention is all you need." You can understand the whole generative AI concept. Generative AI is totally it's not a rocket science. It's been around us for a while. You all are familiar with the Google search engine. You all are familiar with the Siri. So these are the example of generative AI. So you need to try to explore the things about like past, present, and the future of the AI. Also we have this one that is language modeling. It depends on the two things. That number one, that is language modeling. Language modeling means what? Whenever you type something, you'll get some sort of results. I want to play cricket, you'll get the suggestion. So I have a context, I have a phrase, you need to find out what comes next. Then we have a RLHF, that is reinforcement learning human feedback. So you'll get the responses related to the human mind. So this is all about the reinforcement learning human feedback. Also you need to check the history of the artificial intelligence. You need to check the past, present, the future, like yesterday's history, tomorrow is history, and today is a gift. So that's what we call as a present. So the whole thing you need to check past, present, the future of the artificial intelligence. Then what is the generative AI? Generative AI is generative pre-trained transformer. Then we have a concept called as like they feed the online and the offline data. You need to check the attention is all you need article. What are the agents? There is a big difference between the agent, chatbots, and the other stuff. Agents, they are just using the human brain. They just act like as a human brain. So whatever the data you feed. So for example, basically they can build everything for you, and instead of you, they can do the task for you. Okay. Then we have a concept called as with the help of agents. If you want to build the agents, you can try to create the LinkedIn content creation agents. You can try to create the RAG application, that is retrieval augmented generation. And if you want to build a generative AI application, you can go for the Hugging Face. Hugging Face is just a community, it's just a company. With the help of Hugging Face, you can create the most of the AI developers, they just integrate the LLM models. We have a Cohere API. With the help of this one, you'll get the free APIs there. Then we have a like platform called as OpenAI API. With the help of also, you'll get the free APIs. Then we have agents. So with these are the three platforms to create the agents. First one is N10 is there. Then we have a Zapier. We have a Make is there. So with the help of these are like non-coding platform. If you want to build a coding also, you can do it and try to build with the help of Cursor AI, or you can try to create with the help of VS Code. Then we have one more platform, that is MCP. So what is MCP? MCP is like Model Context Protocol. So in the ChatGPT, you can't, whenever you search something, please try to book the flight tickets for you. For me, they can't book it for you. They're not providing any information. When you're just typing something, please try to write something for me. They're not. Just type a query, that is MCP projects. You'll get the list of projects. You just type a query, that is MCP projects. MCP projects, and here you'll get the list of MCP projects here, that is Anthropic projects. And you first of all, you need to check whenever you're building anything, you need to try to check the documentation. Document is very important in like MCP. So I must suggest you, if you want to build the agents, if you want to build the MCP server, just try to explore the first documentation part. Okay. And you need to download the multiple things. Also, you need to work with the Clarify. There is a platform called as Clarify. So with the help of Clarify, also you can build the application like text to text, text to speech, or text to video application. For that, you need to have the VS Code. You need to take the API keys from the different platform. Okay. So these are the things you need to do it. And at the end of the day, I'll just share all the documentation part. So if you are having any query, just try to put your queries in the chat section. Guys, if you are having any query, just put your queries in the chat section. Okay, no queries? Fine then. Also, I'll just try to enable this one, that is cursor, and I'll just show you something with participants. If you are having any query, please post your query in the chat section. Okay. Okay, thank you so much.